we're on. Right. Cool. Let's make sure we switch between. So that's that one over there. And then we can go handycam. And we can look around. At one camera, other camera. Cool. Good stuff. And we can put you back down in the dark. Let's go with this one. There's a bit of a lag on the live. Okay. Oh, we're on. That's good. Right. That's better. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Cool. I don't know how we're going to get on with this. I don't know how all this is going to work. I don't know if anybody's going to watch. But considering this will be available afterwards, we will try things out here now. Probably a little bit further on than the videos I've so far put out on the channel. On the channel or my channel? Whatever. Doesn't matter. But what we're going to do today is we've been looking at the eccentrics. So we're going to be refitting the eccentrics up here. But to even the wear out, so you can see them, they're all nicely worn. You can see the shiny instep. And you can see there's a nice little step on it. Now, having looked at it, and you can see it quietly here, the step's quite large. This thing fades out to nothing at that end. So what we're going to do, which will give me some extra life out of these straps without having to re-machine them, is to swap them over. So we're going to swap left to right and forward to aft to even the wear out a little bit. We've got a bag of new split pins because some of the old ones broke. Now, in error, they're massively too long. Here's one of the more intact old ones. You can see the length, but you know, we can cut them down, snip them down. We have the snips to do so. We just need to swap them round. So I need to work on this for the next time. So I've got my laptop driving it over here, so I can switch between all three. Hello, there you are. And there's the laptop. So let's work this out. Let's go back to this one so we can see. Now, you can see we've already got one up here. It's just to make sure that swapping them and crossing them is going to work. And it is. You've also got the pin at the top here. So the next job is to stick a split pin in that one. And then refit the bottom half of that strap. Now, I know how much the pins are, so warnings up front that I'm going to get frustrated at points in this, but I'm going to try not to get too frustrated, because that's no fun. Right. Also need to work out a better thing on the laptop, so I can see side by side a little bit. This will come side by side. I can go, that works. Yeah, that works. Cool. So then we've got the split pin, which, if I've got my measurements right, let's try on another pin. Otherwise this should be a really short string, we do nothing. Yeah, there we go. So you see they're massively too long. But we can bend them out and then cut off, that's fine. So the pin is in it, up there. poke that through. And I'm going to bend it up. I mean, these long ones are a lot easier to fit. Because there's actually something to get hold of. Now it needs to snips. I'm just going to cut it as reasonably short as we can. We don't want to collide with anything. I might have to do it a few goes actually. That's fine. Right, I'm just going to cut this one here. Cat-handed. Cut the same one, cut this one off as well. And then we bend it. Like I said, this is only a test stream. I don't know if it's even going to work very well. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it. I don't know if it's going to be very watchable. It might also be very boring. So, you can now see your handy cam. So you've got the nice little clip in there. Split pin, sorry, not clip. Which will eventually live over there like that somewhere. But for now, let's get the bottom half of that strap on. Which is here. You can see it's nicely stamped up. So they're all stamped up, so there is an S on one of these sides. I can't remember what side it's on. It's on the back there, so you know what way around it goes. You can get that back up. So the S, so it goes that way around, S over the back there. It's the S on there. Look at the state of this all. But that is to be expected in these things. So, and over the back there we've also got the nuts and the bolts, which you can't see at the moment. But that doesn't really matter. So, I'm going to try and keep it all matched up. So, let's put that bolt in there. There we go, and we'll get that nut on as well. Now, the nut was that size, a 5BA or something close. Yeah, the 5BA will work. Even if it's not 5BA, it'll be close enough. Now, here we go. So, and of course, the length of this stream test is going to be mostly dictated by my phone batteries, which I'm keeping an eye on all three. Got a right mix of phones going on here, so we have an iPhone 11, a 13 and a 16. It's an 11, a 13 Pro and a 16 Pro Max. So is my camera, as I went for better and better cameras every time. Now that front one's in. Let's get the back one in. Yes, I need to get another one of these clamps as well. looks like I'm struggling on bandwidth. It's not dropping anything, so. Oh, so that's one strap on and pinned. So let's get the second one on. We'll pin up two. Oh, the hands. Right, so then we'll. So that one went to there. So we want now this one to go to here. Yeah. So it should be that way round. Like that. We'll try and get the pin in, which is always the most annoying part of this. Once the pin's in, it is relatively easy to then get the rest in. Try and get the pin in. Right there. So can I do it the way I did before? Allen key in the hole, and then place the Allen key, move the pin in, and it comes through. Cool, so then we'll go for another split pin. Again, massively long. There we go. Back to the snips. And we'll open it out. There we go, another one pinned. So you can see we've got 1 and 2 pinned in there now. Then you just got to do the bottom end again. Which is there. So I think that's going to be that way round. Yes, it is. Something like that. So, getting the second one in. Here we go. Oh, no, I missed. Oh, I missed. Right. Let's see if I did this. There we go, started. Not quite started, it's actually cross-threaded. There we go. There you go. damaged thread, you know. But there's something that's possibly a damaged thread. Let's take it out and have a look. I've been mucking it. There we go. There we go. So, get it back in there. There we go. On it, on it. I told you this was so frustrating sometimes, especially when it's cold, and my hands are cold as well. But so we'll test this pair before we get them in. But there we go. That one went straight away. So then we'll get it in. There we go. I'm going to rotate it upwards like that to get some clearance behind. So it can go through there like that. Oh, spun over in the pliers. Yeah, and wet one like this, you can't really see anything, but yeah, the first test. I don't know how we can hear me either, but guess we'll find out afterwards. Right, I started. Cool, that's better. Right, that's I have to pull it off. Oops. Where did that go? I dropped it and found it again. No. Can we get that strap out a bit more, maybe? Again, so it's on there. Come on, start. There we go, started. And it's going to hit the nylock. Which point I need the plier, I need the holding grip. There we go. 2 refitted. So we've got that left-hand side on. Got all the nice bolts in. And as we turn the wheels, there we go, there's a bit of stiffness in it now because it's actually having to drive things again. That is fine, and what we expected. I'm just going to open the drain cocks. That makes it easier. Cool. I've just got to do this side. So at this point, I'm going to have a wipe my hands again. So, I'm not sure how this is coming out. I have no idea. But either way, it's an interesting little experiment. Which will work. Wi-Fi is just about holding out. That the 3 phones are again holding out on the same Wi-Fi. One's on 5G, but the others are on the Wi-Fi. And they're all holding steady. I didn't know if the Wi-Fi down here would be strong enough, actually, but it appears to be. So, thank God we've done this side. I have to say, doing this, and I'll show in a minute how this is held up, because it's not as precarious as it looks. It's not just stood there. Doing these eccentrics was the last horrible job of Polly's reassembly. Now I'm aware that the videos aren't as far ahead as she is at the moment, so there'll be sort of a catch-up video. Lots of little bits going on in that catch-up video. It's not just one topic. And then some of this will make sense. Right, so on to the next one. So if we do the outboard one again, that would be this one here. So if we snap, you can't see on this angle, can you? And that better. Right, so it's that one on there again. So we're going to help ourselves out and twist that expansion link down. Line it up. We're going to key in the hole like that. Start the pin in and we draw. Oh, is there a call? Start the pin in. Come on, where are you? Ow! Let's try it again. That's completely moved. There we go. Ah, there we go. Right, so there's nowhere near where it needs to be. So there we go. And we're in. I'll take that back up to push it all the way through. Push it back out so we can get to it. And get the flip in. Now I need to turn that pin. Which you might be able to do by grabbing this end of it rather than the other end. But there we go. honest. There we go. And through. So then snips. And then open it up. Give that a squeeze up there. Cool. We'll rotate that back around there. Give it a squeeze along there. Bring the other one over. Cool. Applies on there like that. Awesome. And I'm going to rotate it up in there. Cool. And again, it's time to bolt it up. Awesome. Now, if anyone cares about watching this, I'm not always going to do live stream workshop sessions. That's not the plan. What the plan is to incorporate these as well. But if I can get more practice at doing these sort of multi-angle live stream type things, and I'll probably have that one while I talk to you. So if we get good at doing this multi-angle live stream malarkey, and I'll work out a better place to put in that, so I don't have to turn over there away from you, or I put you over there. So why don't I put you over there? Oh, because the light's behind me. Yeah, see, you're doing this. If I get better at these, that means I can multi-angle stream steam up in the garden. It means I can show you things happening at the park, or if we do any made-leks or other events, we can maybe cover some of those as well. Live, because power of YouTube. Right. What else have we got? Right, we are this side bolted up. So that's the other side. Oh, the annoying. The annoying side. Yeah, let's make this easy for myself. I can do that side once she's dropped back down again, which is easier said than done. However, so we'll get the other strap on. Yeah. Shoulder strokes. You can't see me, can you? Over there. Right, so here we go. Right, same procedure. Allen key in the hole. Try and line it up all the way through. There we go. And a split pin to replace it. It will be easy again. These things never go up. Right, come on. Oh, you're doing that without the alignment. There you go. Why are you slack? I don't know. Well, dragon. We should have chamfer on the end of them, but then there won't be enough meat, so I'll do it. lot to count on really. There we go. Finals a bit in. It's also showing I need more light in my workshop. Yeah. Oh, that's precarious. Right, cool. I'm getting there. Tom. Cool, so rotating around. There we go. Right, time to rotate that up. Get the other cap strap on there. There we go. Now, when me and Dad first built this was all done horizontal on what we call the body trolley, which is currently behind me with Trojan on it. And I have to say, I remember it being a lot more awkward than this. At the time, it didn't occur to me that we could just stand it up on end. No, it didn't occur to us at all. So everything, not even upside down on the bench. As soon as it had its wheels on it, was worked on its wheels on its transport trolley. Which is at effectively knee height, I suppose. Right. So that's them on. Just remains to get it down from the ceiling. So I can do the top bolts. Now I have to do some tools out of this to get it back down. I'm going to let you watch me from this angle because it might be quite entertaining. Over a little bit. Yes, you're sat on top of a biscuit tin, which was nice. Put the tools back in the box, except that one that goes on down. Now we don't need those old pins anymore. So here we go. What I'm going to do, because the bolts are there, we need a little pot, so I'll get one of the little pots. This is an old little sweet tub. We clean them all out and keep them because they make nice little bits of pots with a cutty on it. So I'm actually going to swap hand cam again because so she's stood on the bench, but she's not balanced. She's actually wired around this rail. So I've got an overhead little hoist thing, which is up there on the shelf, which runs in the rail. But it's also a handy place to wire these up to. That little overhead hoist, you might have seen the previous thing I was doing, working on bantam cock. I had it dangling off the edge of the bench. So we're going to go back to that one. Everything else should be fine. So we've got two wires up there. One on the bogey only, and then one around the actual coupling hook as well. So if I take out the pony one, so it hasn't got a lot of weight on it, and twist it. I might have to cut the wire to get it off. That's fine. See it pass through the bolt holes. That's why I use an old wire. In this case, it was armoured wire out of workshop's armoured power cable. And I kept all the cut when we trimmed the cable. You stripped it and pulled all the strands out of it because they're useful bits of wire for applications such as this. Now, this next one is where it's going to start getting entertaining. Call it entertaining. So I'm actually going to waddle her back on the bench so the wire slides up the rail. Also becomes less precariously close to the edge when I lay it down in a minute. Right. Does mean she's very floppy now though. So I should be able to lean it back. So the wire is now unhooked from the overhead. Remember, notice the fact it's not actually rolling. Right, now she's going to start getting heavy. I have to move on the other camera, move the other camera out the way, so I'm going to wipe that out. Oh, that went better than I thought it would. Oh. Let's go sit that camera back and see what we can see. Oh, I've got it about right place. Look at that. There you can also see the other phone over there. Right, so I'm going to go handy cam, which is so I need to get this laptop in a better place. So now we can get to those top bolts much easier, rather than trying to reach through or around the frames. We can see them. Let's see what sort of view you've got on that one. Right, can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Put your hands in there. You can get the gist. Right, a little plastic pot in there. Again, these are really nice. Just know they're not going to have to do the bench shuffle. So we start with the outside one. Get it up there. Okay. Now this is more akin to how we put them on the first time round. And thank God I didn't have the lead in it. We load it down, I load it down then. So the stone heavier. Oh no. This could sound like a worm. Where's the spanner? Is that the one? No, not that one. Yeah, that one. Right, I know I'm not the most exciting stream on YouTube right now. In fact, I'll probably recommend you actually watch the Starship live stream from Boca Chica. And that's engineering on a whole different scale. But if you just after a nice quiet Saturday, where are we today? Saturday afternoon, hang out in a workshop. You get a bit of a sneak peek ahead of where I am with the YouTube videos, because I've got a little bit behind in the editing. Because wanting to do it, well, unless I do it properly, but I'll do it the best I can. Then I'm hoping that you sit in there, because he's getting some sort of motivation from this to go and work on your own projects or start a project, get into the hobby. That's why we're doing it. I mean, part of it is just happy project, but we know that ain't happening. I swear to God, if a message popped up now from Dad, I would freak out. Right, this isn't still not quite. I mean, this is just about doable from underneath. Once the board is reassembled, if these eccentrics need more work, but we'll see how we go. Remember, we've done no bearing work on them. I'm expecting a little bit of time to wear out. Fine. I've got my face dirty. Yeah. Oh. Not slightly easy. What I might be able to do is I'll raise this into the reverse position. It might lift the eccentric, so I actually get to it. Yeah, look at that. You can stick the spanner on there. Also, something else I get to put in a YouTube video, or on my last published video. If I go hand cam, You see we've got the valence section over here that holds the, well, bolts onto here, bolts under there, holds these steps and the railings, and also holds that plate down. This side you'll notice there isn't one. This got lost in the workshop move, picking it up from Dad's workshop to here, but Matt at Poly has been very helpful, and he's able to cut me a new one. So very shortly it will have a complete valance on this side and missing step. But not yet. Right, so that is all the eccentrics reconnected. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the valve gear is now actually going to do what it should do if we moved it around. The brakes are on and reconnected, which means mechanically she's as much as we're going to do as part of this rebuild. Yeah, the eccentrics might want some work, but they are workable from underneath. The order you saw me do it then, putting this pin and the split pin in first, probably not the best. It's probably easier to reassemble both halves so you can flop it around to get better access, which is indeed how I do it if I need to do it at the park or in situ or on the trolley even. Right, so what is left to do? Back to handicam. I say handicam like it's a term we never use anymore. So we've got the axle pump expansion bottle in there. It needs this little bracket, little triangular form bracket on there, just to hold it in position. It's pretty rigid, but I just want to actually hold it in position so it doesn't vibrate while about cause any damage. You see our nice cordina and nozzle. Those nozzle holes might be small, but they're open outable. We're starting small on the 110% rule, and then the boiler over the back. So I believe this is probably the next thing to tackle, this nice little bracket that needs to go there. But that will be for the next main video rather than me going live. Why don't we do a little bit of a story time and a bit of perspective on Polly and her rebuild? Well, her name's not Polly, is it? Her name is Marjorie Evelyn. We finished her. I mean, we missed it by a week, but on the 2nd of April 2011, which is also a significant date for other reasons. But it got to... So Imlek this year was at Southport. The Imlek at Southport before that is when me and Dad decided that Trojan had been running so well that we're going to put some of those changes into Polly, as well as a few more, such as the solid running boards. And some other toys you'll get to see. Nice little surprises. We also got the steam chest pressure gauge, which is more fun than functional. The pipe size used was the tad small, and it's such a long run. There was a bit of delay. We had her on air. Me and Dad had this on air. The gauge reads delayed. Which might come down to the fact that we've got massive steam chest on this now. Which again might be telling the true story. They're doing their job. Delaying the pressure drop. But we got up to Southport that time before. We started coming up with a shopping list, works list, of everything that needed doing. And chief amongst that was much more weight. So Trojan, little 040, will happily pull a double, or in really dry conditions, she'll put 3 trolleys of passengers round our track at Mo Park. Polly here, I never ran passengers with more than a single because it would just wheel spin the whole way and just not even look at putting a double, let alone even a potential third. Now, we've got so much more weight in her this time that if she doesn't put a double, there's something wrong. So she had this originally that me and Dad made up. It's a stone of lead that come on, that way around, sits down in the frames there, makes us sit down at the back, so there's 14 pound in it there. But we've also made the running boards solid, which if we go to there. So the running boards, these are now solid steel that you've seen, mostly around the barrel and in the fake bell pair up here. Which again, that video, yeah, we're getting ahead now. So what else are we going to change? Another little change we're going to do is move the injector from feeding into the backhead clack. We're going to run it up and make it feed in to a clack next to the axle pump clack. Going to make a T-fitting, put 2 clacks in the front of the boiler rather than into the bottom of the backhead. A few people told me now that they've had more luck with them being more reliable up there. That and just putting in the water into the cold end of the boiler anyway, rather than straight into the hot bit. In theory, a bit less stress on the firebox, and hopefully a bit less pressure loss. She will have that. She will have a brick a fire arch, and a deflector, because those have worked well in her before, and the deflectors worked well in Trojan to stop you firing on top of the arch. It's in a short little firebox with an arch in it. It's very easy to throw it on top of the arch and completely choke her up. So the little deflector did stop that issue. But we're really not now far off putting the boiler back on. I need to make a new blower pipe and a new snifter pipe before I do that. Then the boiler can be sealed to the smoke box and reassembled and bolted onto the frames, which is the next milestone I'm really working towards it, is to get the boiler remounted. However, I don't want to remount the boiler on the bench, because then I won't be able to lift it down, and me and Simon, me and Amy, will struggle to lift it down between us from where it is. So we will be getting Trojan off the trolley, because she does need work now. I'm going to keep her in ticket to play with, but she needs more work. She does need mechanical work now. And then we'll get Polly back on the trolley before I put the boiler back on it. And why do I say that? Because the boiler at the moment is at the point where I'm struggling to lift it on the bench, to move it around the bench. It was heavy anyway, and now it's heavier. Yeah. Nice success of the live stream today. I mean, I'm surprised we've had 13 people on. Most, and then for an average duration of 3 minutes 56. I'm actually well impressed for this little throw it together, see how well it works stream. Let's show the angles we've got. So we've got 1 camera up here, 2 camera over there, and then handy cam. So there we are, 1, 2, 3, and the laptop running it all. Let me think. Leave some comments about how well you can hear me or not. I know the sound is coming from the laptop microphone, I think. I'm not sure, it might be coming through through whichever camera I've currently switched to. I haven't worked that one out yet. And yes, I know I need some more light. Something better than the phone stand on a biscuit tin. Maybe another 1 or 2 of these little Guerrilla Army type clamp things, or little tripods. But Polly's getting there, and that was a job doing the eccentrics that I've been putting off. So having you along for the ride made that easier. Actually, made it quite a bit easier. Right, I'm going to sign off there and say thank you very much for joining me for this experiment.